Okay, I'm feeling like that commercial. You know that commercial of Dunkin' Donuts that they used to say like, time to make the donuts. Time to make the donuts. You know, and the guy's like so tired and he don't want to do it, but it's like time to get up and make the donuts. Well, it's time to make the bread. I don't feel like it. But yeah, like here's all my stuff to make the bread with, so well, part of it. So I need to get started, and first I will empty the sink. One thing that you may not know about me is I cannot cook in a dirty kitchen, and to me this is dirty because things are not put away. So the only way I can cook is to have a spotless, clear kitchen with everything put away. So I'm going to work on that first. Okay, so I just emptied the dishwasher again, and these pans were in the bottom of my stove. They have not been used in a while because I used to bake this Amish bread for Java Mott's. I think I told you that, but anyway, they have not been used in some time, so the first thing to do is to get these things washed up and dried. Okay, I felt like we needed some Christmas music, so I decided to get out my little jam box, and it is connected to my phone, which has, well, Pandora. So yeah, my husband would hate this. He has stopped listening to his radio for a while. He turns it off because all they play is Christmas music all day long, which I like it. But anyway, we'll have to turn this off before he comes home because he will not like it. And I don't know why I'm wanting Christmas music. Because honestly, our Christmas tree is still on the floor. But that's okay. Not for long. Right, Patrick?
I thought you were watching Christmas movie.
Right?
I was going to come in here.
Right. You gonna help me with the Christmas stuff? Yes. Say yes. Okay, so one of the essential items that I needed, I totally forgot to get my husband to get. He was really sweet to go out and get stuff for me. But this is almost gone, and this is so much easier with this much bread to bake. But we'll use what we have, and then we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way with butter and flour. Woohoo! Don't I sound excited? Okay, so I'm going to butter, flour, whatever those. Then I'm going to take some sugar, 3 tablespoons of sugar, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. That's going to go in the bottom of the pans, because when you turn the bread out, then it's cinnamon sugar on top. Okay, so here is my 3 tablespoons of sugar with a teaspoon of cinnamon. And I have used the last bit of the Baker's Joy while I still have a little bit left. So you'll want to put 4 pans out to start with. And then you're going to sprinkle each one of the pans with the cinnamon sugar. Okay, so here we go. The 3 tablespoons of sugar and the 1 teaspoon of cinnamon is enough to cover 4 pans. So they're all ready for the bread, which I'm getting ready to start now. Okay, here's my starter, my first one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to empty it out into this bowl, and I'm going to put a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, and a cup of milk. From that, I'm going to get 5 starters. I'm going to use 4 of them to bake bread, but the other one is going to go back in here so I can still have a starter for next week. Okay, here's my starter, and I'm going to add the ingredients to it now. I forgot, don't forget to preheat your oven to 325. That's 325. Okay, now I've got the cup of flour, the cup of sugar, and the cup of milk. And I'm just going to blend it until it becomes smooth. Oh, before I forget, always use wooden. Never use anything metal. It'll make the bread not rise. So use wooden spoons to do your stirring in your starter and at the end. Always use wooden spoons. Or I guess you could use like one of these, like a spatula like this that was like plastic. but you don't want to use anything metal at all. Now you're going to have some lumps like this. It's just where the flour's gotten trapped. It's not going to make any difference. It's going to be just fine. Your tendency is to grab a whisk and start whisking, but no. Remember I said nothing metal, and usually your whisker's metal. If you have a plastic whisk, you can do it, but really it's not necessary because it would take you forever to get all these lumps out, and it's going to bake just the same, I promise. Okay, so like I told you, we're going to get 5 starters out of this. Thank you, Patrick, for your help. Anyway, so the first thing we're going to do, this gets a little messy. Okay, there's 1 starter, so what you need is something to wipe your hands with. Anyway, okay. There's a 2nd starter. They should be lining up pretty close together if you're doing it right. I didn't have any more cups like that, so yeah, Faith owes me some Coca-Cola cups because she kept breaking them. Yeah, well, 2 is enough. She still owes me. Okay, so then we're going, actually, okay, every once in a while when you use the kind of yeast that I use, it gives you this. Now, I know by practice that this is too much starter to put in 1 loaf or in 2 loaves of bread. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get more out of this. I'm going to put this into my container, and I cleaned it. You don't have to clean it, but I just feel the need to, so I do clean it. Now this right here will make a good couple of loaves of bread. So we're actually going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 starters out of this. And so actually we're going to have to get Daddy to bring us some more pudding because we're not going to have enough. Okay, so this one goes back in the corner. Day 1. Sometimes I get 12 loaves of bread, which is going to happen this time. And so, actually, I'm going to get 10 loaves of bread. But if I were to cook the starter, like if I wasn't going to continue with the starter, but I am because it's Christmas time, then I would get 12 loaves of bread. But I'm going to get 10. And actually, I think we'd be okay. We got, each one is going to take, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. It's really a confusing process. Anyway, we may need a couple more puddings. I'm not sure.